What's going on, Chicago fans? Welcome to the Sports Freaks Podcast. I'm your host, Patrick Cummings. I'm here with Joseph Glennon. Joseph, it is baseball season. Baseball starts next week, both White Sox and Cubs. I know you didn't want to do a Cubs podcast, but here we're doing a Chicago White Sox podcast. We are both on spring break. And, man, this White Sox team, we talked about it before the podcast, they are very underrated. They're very undervalued. I think a lot of people have very low expectations for them. And I'm not saying they're going to be a great team by all means, but I think they're going to be a lot better than people think they are. But let's get into our topics of the day. We'll first start out with our breakout players, similar kind of how we did last year, guys, where I thought it was going to be Corey Lee, but Corey Lee didn't play at all last year. And then we'll head into our over-under for how many wins the White Sox will have. And finally, where are the White Sox going to rank in the AL Central standing? And well, we'll also talk about the other teams in the AL Central. But let's dive right in with I'm going to start out with you. Who do you think is going to be your White Sox breakout player?
So my breakout player for the White Sox this year is going to be Shane Smith. He just got called the opening day starter. He was an all-star last year. I think he's going to take that momentum and use it to be our ace for this year, hopefully maybe for the future. It's a bright future. Yes, I mean
Shane Smith. I think I like Shane Smith. However, last year was his rookie year.
It was his rookie year, but he was also like a Rule 5 draft pick. So he was started
where's Shane Smith? I'm still trying to find Shane Smith on this White Sox roster here. But I mean, I liked what I saw from Shane Smith. However, I don't know if he's going to be the number one guy. Going forward. I feel the White Sox. I mean, obviously they had the first overall pick. Do you want to spend that on a pitcher or?
Well, actually, the draft. The top prospect is a shortstop who's really good. So I think the White Sox will hopefully take him because we already have a lot of pitchers in the prospects.
Oh, here's Shane Smith. All right. So last year, Shane was 25 years old. Last year, 7.8 win-loss record, not bad. He also had 3.81 ERA, 145 strikeouts with a 1.20 WHIP. I like Shane Smith. I just don't know if he's going to be number one guy going forward. But I like that take though with Shane Smith. He obviously an all-star last year. But
I mean, a couple of years he hopefully he won't be our best player because we have a lot of good pitchers, as I said, in the future. But this year, I think he's going to be
Jonathan Cannon.
I don't really
think. Davis Martin.
No, I think Shane Smith is undoubtedly the best pitcher we have.
No, I'm saying you're saying other prospects. I'm just wondering who they are.
Higgins Smith, Noah
Schultz. Yeah, but I think Shane Smith is a good pick. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below about Joseph's pick for Shane Smith. Now, my pick is that this is a guy that's been lighting up the White Sox in the spring training. That is Edgar Carroll, the catcher. And I have bold prediction right here. Edgar Carroll will be in the MLB's top 10 catchers this season. I don't care how bad the White Sox are. He's going to be great for us. I'm a big Edgar Carroll fan. Last year, once I find his stats, but last year him and Kyle Teo worked out really well together, didn't they, Joseph?
Yes, him and Kyle Teo are going to be a really good 1-2 catcher duo. Obviously, last year they were both in the lineup. One was catcher, one was DH.
Here he is.
But Carroll definitely, he's been having a really good spring training, and hopefully carry on.
Last season, 268 batting average, 5 home runs, 36 RBIs, and OPS of 689 and minor. He's only 22 years old.
Yeah, he's super young. He can still even get better as he gets older.
And also, unfortunately, we do have also Kyle Teo. Those two are really good catchers, but Kyle Teo is going to be out for a month with a hamstring injury. But I mean, that is a big deal, I guess, in terms of batting. But I think when you have the talent of Edgar Carroll, it's not as big of a deal as you might think it is.
Yeah, plus Carroll also is really good at defense. He had a couple of plays last year where he was able to pick off the runners at second base.
He had a nice throw in spring training.
Yeah, also spring training. Yeah, so he's also good with the bat, but also defensively he's really solid.
Yeah, the White Sox are I think 13, 10, and 1. I don't. The ties I kind of understand, but also 13, 10, and 1.
Spring training.
Yes. But, this, I want to, before we head into our second topic of the day, but yes, Edgar Carroll is my, breakout player this year. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below about my player. But Sam Antonacci.
Yes.
I heard a lot of rumors from back at my school, Western Illinois, that he might replace Chase Meidroth.
At second base?
Yes.
Well, I guess we have to see more of him because Chase Meidroth, obviously, last year, he was actually
he was decent.
He was decent. He was one of the more fun young players, but I could see it. But
do we also see possibly prospect Braden Montgomery coming up? Even though I think if I'm not mistaken, he did suffer an injury.
He did suffer injuries. I feel like it'll be like at least till next year till we see him. I think he's gonna need more time in the minors, but he definitely will be like one of our best outfielders when he does play in the majors.
Yeah, I think he'll probably be. You think next year though?
Yeah, I think next year. But he's also one of our best prospects and one of like the top 100 prospects in baseball. So he's gonna be really good no matter like whenever he shows up, I think.
All right, well, let's head now into our second topic of the day, and that is the over-under for wins. And if I'm not mistaken, the White Sox have the over-under of 64.5 wins.
Yeah, I definitely feel that people are still trying to, like, I guess,
Just want to make sure.
underrate the Red Sox. Last year they had about 60 wins.
60 wins. 60 wins and 102 losses.
So I definitely think this year with the amazing offseason they had, with all the players they added, they could definitely get to the high 60s, maybe the 70s.
Well, it's between 64.5 and 67.5.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of people, I do think they do get over the over-under.
Yeah, I definitely
I think they get to like 68 to 70 wins.
Yeah,
which is perfectly fine for me. Now, I think, as I'm not patient with the Blackhawks, I'm gonna be more patient with this rebuild because baseball does take time.
It does.
Yes, and I think you gotta remember, White Sox fans, this team has not had a full season to play together. Because everybody kind of came in like halfway through the season. I mean, Colt Montgomery didn't come in until like after the All-Star break.
Yeah, after the trade deadline, a lot of players obviously get called up, so it's kind of like a new team as the season goes on. And especially with this year, with all these players together, I think they can really bond and try to be a more fun and exciting team.
Yeah, I think last year, I think a lot of the problems were pitching. I think we had a solid offense overall. It's just we couldn't figure out pitching. Yeah. But I definitely do think this team does get above 64 wins and does get to 60 to 70. What about you?
I definitely think so, but also last year we didn't really have like a true closer. I think
no. Oh, and then we signed that guy from Toronto.
Yeah, Sir Anthony Dominguez. I think.
Sir Anthony Dominguez. Yeah, I heard he.
So I think he could be like our closer that could like really help us like win games at the final couple innings, which we haven't really had since Liam Hendricks.
Yes, and I want to talk about another signing that I think a lot of you will love, and that is Munetaka Murakami, if I'm saying that correctly, who had a grand slam in the World Baseball Classic. This is a very low-risk, high-reward type move by the White Sox. It's a 2-year deal. If all else fails, and we move on. But
it's still the fact that we got him still kind of shows.
He had 3 seasons where he had like 30-plus home runs, or I think he had one where he had 50 home runs. So Munetaka Murakami is going to be really good for, and I'm not mistaken, he's probably going to play first base.
Yeah, he definitely will be first base since I guess the other positions are kind of like somewhat locked. First baseman is only one like position where he could like fit in like every day. I think. Like for defense, obviously.
Yes. So and now that leads us into our final topic of the day, and that is where does the AL Central play out? And a lot of people do have the White Sox at last place. However, I have a feeling that the Twins are going to be a really, really bad team this year.
Yeah, it's definitely the Twins.
I know they had a terrible. People are saying, "Oh, they'll be better this year." The reason why they were so bad last year because they traded everybody away, which is true. But like, I don't know. I have a weird feeling they're going to be. I think it'll be Detroit and number one. Detroit's got the best pitcher in the league. And is it Tariq Scuba?
Yeah, Tariq Scuba. Yeah. Plus his contract ends at the end of the year, so he's gonna be extra money.
Oh yeah, he's going Dodgers. Everybody's going Dodgers. And I have a hot take here. I feel like everybody. I think if you gathered all of the MLB superstars in the league and put them on one team, I don't think it'd be the Dodgers.
You don't?
No.
Why?
I don't think it'd be the Dodgers. I think if you gather every single superstar in the MLB right now and put them together, I don't think they beat the Dodgers. Well, the Dodgers really bought the World Series, and it pisses me off. Like they bought 2 years in a row, and then they went and got Kyle Tucker.
Kyle Tucker for like almost like $60 million a year, which is insane.
Yeah, and I feel like if the lockout happens, and it probably will happen.
Probably will, yeah, definitely. Probably will happen, sadly. But
yeah, the Dodgers are going to be a big part of that.
Yeah, but there's definitely going to be conversations about having like at least a cap for a salary cap, but obviously there's still a lot of things that have to be considered because what the Dodgers are doing, I guess the big market teams, it's kind of like unfair to like the smaller market teams like the White Sox. The
White Sox aren't they're kind of middle of the road market. I don't want to say they're a small market, but they're good. They're a big market. They're a big market in Chicago.
Yeah, but the team is not. The team.
Yeah, obviously the Cubs are the bigger market, but like.
Yeah, but they're also one of the few teams who haven't spent like a.
Oh yeah. They're like one of the only three teams.
Yeah.
The Oakland A's, the Kansas City Royals, and Chicago White Sox.
Well, Kansas City spent on Bobby Witt Jr.
Oh, they did. Sorry guys. Sorry for my misinformation. Well, at the time I saw a stat. So all right, back to actually speaking of the Kansas City Royals, I think they'll be second in the division.
I actually think Cleveland will be second in the division because
I disagree with that. I think Cleveland's gonna be mid this year. They're gonna miss the playoffs. They're gonna have 80 wins. They're gonna miss it. Screw the freaking Guardians.
Wow.
I almost like Cavaliers, but screw the Guardians. Screw Jose Ramirez. Screw freaking Stephen Kwan. Those guys are nothing.
I mean, honestly, I hate Kansas City more than Cleveland.
I used to hate Kansas City, but
I hate Kansas City more than Cleveland. I don't know why you. Well,
I used to hate Kansas City because they always like back when I was like younger, they always kicked their butts, and then we fought them one time. I don't remember that, like the freaking Adam Eaton and like who was it?
Plus when Tim Anderson got hit by the.
Well, that wasn't like a fight though. I mean, yeah,
it kind of was almost.
Yeah, but there wasn't like punches thrown. Like the one, the Adam Eaton one, where it was him and like the other dude that like said "F you," and Eaton turned around and was like, "All right, let's go," and like that was a fight. Like, yeah, Tim Anderson, and plus the whole Tim Anderson thing was just like a little, like no one's gonna remember that. Yeah. It was cool when he hit the home run. He flipped the bat.
Yeah, flipped the bat.
Everyone remembers that because like that was pretty cool. But yeah, I think Detroit first, Kansas City second. I'm gonna go Cleveland third, White Sox number 4, Twins number 5.
Yeah, sounds about.
So do you think Cleveland that's gonna be a second?
Yeah, so the only thing I would change is maybe Cleveland and Kansas City, but those two I think will be competing for the second place. But obviously, I think the Tigers are without a doubt the best team in the.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
Without a doubt, with the roster.
Yeah, Spencer Torkelson, Riley Green. Oh gosh, what's his name? Nick back at home, or it's not back at home, back at Western. Who was the Kerry Carpenter?
Oh yeah,
that's the guy. I keep forgetting Kerry Carpenter's name. I mean, they have other guys too, but I'm more scared of the pitching staff than I am.
Yeah, because also school they have stuff. Casey Mize, Jack Flaherty.
Yes, yeah.
Plus getting Justin Verlander back. But I mean, he's washed, but still having him. Blow my mind. You blow my mind. Still having him in the clubhouse, like be a veteran.
Have you seen those memes?
No.
Where like it shows like a washed up, like it shows like Aaron Rodgers like in a Pittsburgh Steelers uniform, or shows like a basketball player, and like or show like freaking I don't know like Russell Westbrook in a Kings jersey, and it goes like you blow my mind.
Wow.
You never seen those memes? Those are all over the internet. It basically means like
I know.
A player's washed.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
You and Dean's podcast.
Russell Westbrook in the Kings jersey.
Yeah, the Kings the worst team in the league.
I know. It's funny.
Come on, Bulls. You can do it. Keep losing. Let's go. Come on. All right, let's get wrap it up for this edition of White Sox Talk Podcast with Joseph Glennon. We do have a Chicago Cubs video coming out, and maybe we potentially might have a Blackhawks vlog, which me and Joseph are going tomorrow to the St. Patrick's Day versus the Minnesota Wild. That game will be on TNT, but we are looking to do a vlog for that. I'm not sure if that'll be confirmed, but I'll keep you guys updated on that on my YouTube channel. But from Chicago, that's Joe Glennon. I'm Patrick Cummings. Go White Sox, and we'll see you guys next one.